What's up everyone? Welcome to episode number 9 of Learn To Yoyo. In this episode, we're going to be learning how to do Rock the Baby, which looks just like this. But before we get started, I want to let you guys know I've upgraded to the second yo-yo in the Yo-Yo Master Pack. This is the upgrade to our ball bearing yo-yo. And the reason I've done that is because all the tricks from this point are going to require a little bit more spin time. So having a yo-yo with that ball bearing in it is really going to help with the rest of the tricks in this series. The way we're going to get started is just by pulling our yo-yo to the end of the string. Because in Rock the Baby, the whole point of the trick is to create this triangle formation. And so as we're learning how to do that, if we try to throw the yo-yo and have the yo-yo spinning during that, it's going to make the whole process a lot more difficult. So what we're going to do is just get the yo-yo hanging out at the bottom of the string while we get this formation down. And the way we're going to create that string formation is by putting our hand out just in front of us like this, and we want our palm facing the ground. And you want to spread all your fingers out just like this. And what you're going to do is wrap the string around your thumb and your pinky. So it actually starts just like the tower, but the formation's a little bit easier on this one. And now what we're going to do is make sure our pointer finger on our throw hand goes behind the string. So it's in between us and the string. So from this angle, it's going to look like this, right? So we want to make sure that index finger is behind the string. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hand down, our opposite hand, so not the hand that we threw the yo-yo with, not the hand that the string's attached to, but our opposite hand that has the string wrapped around it. So from that point, we're going to bring that down, and it's important that you keep your palm facing the sky. Watch what happens if I turn my hand down, it ruins the formation there. And so when your palm's facing the sky, and you can keep the string on the tips of your fingers, right? You see how the string's on the tip of my fingers? That's going to allow me to spread the string apart. And that's really important because look what happens if I don't have my hands, my string spread apart. It's not on the tips of my fingers. When I go to rock this through, it's actually going to hit the string and that'll ruin the trick. So you can see when I have the yo-yo spinning, if I don't have it on the tips of my fingers and I go to rock it through, it's going to hit the string, get all tangled up, and it's not going to work out very well. So let's try that one more time. Get the yo-yo at the end of the string. Hand out, wrap the string around the tips of my fingers. Kind of helps if you cup your hand a little bit. If you keep your hand tight and straight like this, the string is going to tend to slide down your hand. So that's something that happens commonly. You can see if I cup my hand at first, wrap the string around, as I'm bringing this down, I want to keep this string on the tips of my fingers. So if I keep my hand straight, watch what happens. See how the string slides onto my wrist? So we want to avoid that. So as we're bringing this down, keeping our palm facing the sky, the string stays on the tips of our fingers. And again, we do that by cupping our hand. And what cupping your hand achieves is it makes your pinky and your thumb equal. They're even right there. So as you can see, if I keep them even, that allows me to spread the string out, make that formation really wide. If I have it down on my fingers just a little bit more, see how that formation gets smaller and harder to rock through? So a lot of people when they're learning Rock the Baby, they think, oh, my hands are too small to learn. But really, it's just a matter of getting the technique perfect when you're creating the formation. So as you can see, all it takes here is just rock the yo-yo through. And it makes it easy if the formation's big enough. Now, another thing that can happen is when you're creating this formation, you might not know where to put your throw hand pointer finger on the string here. And so as you can see, if I put it way up here, and then I bring this down, the string's way too long. The yo-yo's not going to be able to rock through. So all I have to do is pull my hand and let that string slide. So you'll see a lot of people commonly when they're teaching this trick tell you to pinch the string. But it's actually better if you don't pinch the string, because watch this. If I pinch it too high and I go down, I can't slide it, right? So I want to keep that string unpinched. Just put the finger right there. And then as I go down, I can actually adjust the yo-yo to wherever I need it to go. And same thing, if I go a little too low, and the yo-yo is too high now, I can just let the yo-yo slide down a little bit and let the string slide on my throw hand pointer finger like that. So try that a few times. Once you feel comfortable with the trick without the yo-yo spinning, you can do it a few times in a row and you can remember each step. Now you're ready to try it from a throw. So let's go ahead and do that. Now when we try it the first time, we have to remember to throw the yo-yo hard, right? So if we throw the yo-yo down, it's not spinning very fast, and we go to try the trick, ready, oh, now the yo-yo's out of spin, right? And so we're going to get a nice hard throw this time. You can hear the yo-yo spinning with that ball bearing. Now remember, wrap it around your fingertips. Bring that pointer finger on the throw hand behind the string and meet the string here. And then as you bring this down, make sure to keep your palm facing the sky, and now open that up. Adjust the yo-yo to whatever height you want by pulling your opposite hand that's down here, adjusting it. Now just rock it through. Once you've gotten a few rocks here, you're ready to end the trick. All you're going to do is bring that bottom hand up, pull your hand away, and tug it up to catch. One more thing you want to watch out for when doing this trick is getting knots in your string, and this can happen a lot. And before you know it, you'll have a bunch of knots in your string. You have no idea where they came from. So the way the knot can happen as you're doing this trick is if the yo-yo is rocking through and you let the yo-yo go outside of the cradle and back in. So what I mean by the cradle is that triangular formation. So we create the triangle here, and if the yo-yo goes around the string that's attached to your finger and back in, then that creates a knot in your string, right? If I drop that, there's a knot there. And we don't want our string to be filled with a bunch of knots. So let me take this knot out first. Let's see, it's take some time, right? And that knot's going to be real hard to take out if we don't get it out before we throw the yo-yo again. I'll show that one more time. So as we're rocking the yo-yo through, if we accidentally let the yo-yo go to the outside and then bring it back into the middle, then that's what's going to cause the knot. You can see the string gets tangled up that way. So it can also happen when we're rocking the yo-yo from the back. If we move our hand and let it go out to the side like this and then back in, that's going to cause a knot too. So if you accidentally do that, make sure not to just drop the yo-yo. So if we're going through and we notice that we're practicing the yo-yo goes outside and back in, don't just drop the yo-yo and drop the strings, because that's going to create a knot every time. So all you're going to do is just grab this and see how you can undo the knot before you drop it, and that way you can avoid that annoying problem. But guys, that's what it takes to be able to do Rock the Baby. It's a really fun trick, and it's always a crowd pleaser just because it's one of the most popular tricks that a lot of people tend to know or have heard about before. So if you can do it, then you're definitely going to get props. So guys, with that being said, that's going to wrap up episode 9 of Learn To Yo-Yo. I hope you enjoyed learning Rock the Baby. If you guys do want to see the upgrade yo-yo with the ball bearing that I was using in this video, head over to my website, gentrystein.com, and check out the Yo-Yo Master Pack. But until then, keep practicing guys, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.